tradition after a bullfight to serve the mayor the bull's testicles. One day after a bullfight, the mayor asked the waiter, "Funny, why are the testicles so small today?" The waiter says, "Today, the bull won." So today, me and my girlfriend decided that we don't want any more children. So, if anybody wants any kids, we'll gladly take them some kids to their home today. Just call us and we'll be right there. So, where I work, we have strange food in the cafeteria. Yesterday, I got some sandwiches, and it's got weird names. The food I ate today said, "It's Michael." What kind of sandwich is that? I really didn't know I was eating somebody's food. So yesterday I had an interview at a psychiatry office, and this psychiatrist said, "So, what experience do you have?" I looked at him and I said, "Well, I've been on Facebook now for 12 years." And he looked at me and said, "You're hired." Okay, so I asked my doctor, I said, "Is it all right to take a bath while I have diarrhea?" And he looked at me strangely and he said, "Yeah, if you can fill up the tub, that's fine." So, I was out the other day at a restaurant, and the waitress brought me a big roast beef. I took one look at that and I said, "I am not eating that roast beef. Call your manager right now." And she looked at me, and she said, "He's not going to eat it either." What the hell? So last week I was at the dentist's office having my teeth pulled out, and my dentist leans over, he's got a grip on my teeth, and he says to me, "Now this is going to hurt now, okay?" And I'm like, "Okay." And he's like, so he leans over and he says, "I've been having an affair with your girlfriend for about 2 years." That hurt. So anyways, my ex-girlfriend always told me that I was Snoopy. That's what I saw written in her diary. So, last night, I was making Russian tea. That's right, Russian tea. And then I messed up. The tea bag fell way down in the vodka bottle. So anyways, I was at a restaurant and I had a soup before my meal. And I'm looking at my soup and I see a single hair. It was gross. So I called the waiter. I said, look, there's a single hair in my soup. And he looked at me and he said, what do you want, a wig? So anyway, a detective goes up to this woman and said, so, your husband committed suicide by hanging? And the wife says, yeah. And the detective said, then why has he got bruises all over his head and face? And the wife said, well, because the fool used a freaking rubber rope. So this woman's having surgery and she says, oh doctor, I'm so nervous, this is my first surgery. And the doctor says, don't worry about it, this is my first surgery too. So one of my friends said to me, don't worry about it when a bird shits on your head. I'm like, why? He said, just be happy it's not a flying dog. So anyway, this blonde lady is driving down the road, going too fast, and she gets pulled over by a cop. The cop is also blonde, and she's a female. So finally the cop goes up to her and says, you were speeding, I want your driver's license and registration. So the driver says, what does my driver's license look like? The cop leans over and says, it's square, and it's got your picture on it. So she ruffles through her purse and she finds a mirror and gives it to the cop. So this lady cop looks at the mirror and says, oh, you can go. I didn't know you were a cop too. So this is another blonde joke. So anyways, you know what happened when a blonde shoots an arrow in the air? She missed. So what do you see when you look into a blonde's eye? The back of her head. I'm not a true blonde. So this guy goes to a psychiatrist and says, I think I'm a chicken. And the psychiatrist looks at him and says, how long has this been going on? And the other guy says, ever since I was an egg. So this blind guy and his dog is waiting for the bus. So anyway, this dog starts crapping all over this guy's legs. So anyways, this blind guy starts petting the dog that just crapped on his legs. So this woman walks by and sees him petting the dog. And she says to him, "Did you know this dog just shit all over your legs and you're petting him?" And the guy says, "I'm not petting him. I'm trying to find his ass so I can kick him."